The heartbeat of the mountain. In a small house at the edge of the echoing peaks, Rhea spent her nights surrounded by maps and old journals. While most people saw the mountains as silent giants of stone, Rhea believed they held a secret language. She spent hours studying the patterns of seismic waves and the way sound bounced off the granite cliffs. She was determined to find the source, the legendary point where the Earth's internal vibrations could be heard clearly. Rhea wasn't going on this adventure alone. Her companion, a sturdy and energetic terrier named Flint, watched her pack her bag with excitement. "Today is the day, Flint," Rhea said, adjusting her goggles. "We're going to find the heartbeat. We just have to listen closely and never stop climbing." Flint barked and nudged her hand, ready for the journey ahead. The ascent was much harder than the maps had suggested. The trail was overgrown with thorny bushes and blocked by fallen boulders. Rhea's breath came in short gasps as she hauled herself up a steep ledge. She felt the urge to turn back, but she remembered the data she had collected. The truth was just a few hundred feet higher. By midday, they reached the Maw of Echoes, a massive cavern tucked behind a waterfall. The air inside was cool and smelled of wet stone. Rhea pulled out her frequency monitor, but the screen remained dark and silent. "It should be here," she whispered, her voice echoing off the damp walls. Flint sniffed the ground cautiously, his ears twitching at the sound of dripping water. Flint suddenly stopped and sat down, refusing to go deeper into the dark tunnel. The shadows were thick, and the silence of the cave was heavy. He let out a low, nervous whimper. Rhea realized that even the bravest explorers felt fear when faced with the unknown. Rhea knelt down and spoke softly to her friend. She didn't force him to move. Instead, she showed him the lantern she was carrying. "It's okay to be afraid, Flint, but discovery requires us to walk through the dark to find the light." She waited patiently until Flint took a hesitant step forward, his courage returning as he looked at Rhea. Deep inside the cave, they discovered a wall of crystalline pillars that shimmered like frozen lightning. Rhea took out a small brass mallet and tapped one of the crystals. Ting! The sound was high and lonely. She tried another, and then another, but there was no melody, no heartbeat. She felt a pang of doubt. Had she spent years chasing a myth? Exhausted and discouraged, Rhea sat on a flat rock and put her head in her hands. The monitor was still silent. "Maybe I'm just a dreamer," she sighed. Flint walked over and rested his heavy head on her knee, offering the silent comfort that only a best friend could provide. They sat in the stillness for a long time, listening to nothing but their own breathing. As Rhea sat perfectly still, she noticed something. A small puddle of water between her boots was vibrating. Tiny ripples moved in a perfect, steady rhythm. Thrum, 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 thrum. She didn't use her mallet this time. Instead, she lay down and pressed her ear directly against the cold cave floor. Below the noise of the wind and her own thoughts, she heard it, a deep, rhythmic pulsing of the earth itself. "Flint, listen!" Rhea cried out. She began to tap the crystals in time with the earth's pulse. Suddenly, the entire cavern began to glow with a resonant blue light. The monitor in her pocket started to beep wildly, capturing the data she had sought for so long. She hadn't found the secret by hitting harder. She had found it by being still enough to listen. They had discovered the music of the world,